Hey, I wanted to comment on something that Richard Grannon, Spartan Life Coach, said that I thought was really helpful for me. So what he said basically is that a narcissist can have more than one face, so to speak. Like they can have a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing going on, but that both of these faces are the narcissist, because we will often try to convince ourselves that we're seeing their true self at times. So I used to think that like half of my mother's personality was like her real self and then half was the narcissist. But in this video, Richard basically explained that the two kind of levels of the narcissist are when they have a lot of supply, so they're happy and maybe like arrogant and more of the overt narcissist in the elated phase, and then they have more of a depressed phase where maybe they're getting more of their negative supply. They might be playing the victim, they might be kind of like mopey and just low energy, and that's more their covert narcissist type. So a person in general could be an overt narc, so they're like really happy and confident all the time. So you might think that when they're sad, oh, that's their real self. And then with my mother, it was the opposite. Most of the time she was a covert, really depressed, upset, frustrated, playing the victim. And then sometimes she would be really happy. So I thought, oh, the happy part is her real part, and then the depressed part is the narcissism. But Richard explained that both are narcissism. Like they are narcissist 100% of the time. And the one line that I really liked is he said their real self is in a coma somewhere, like within their psyche. And that was a really good image for me to think of whenever I'm trying to convince myself like, oh, I knew them, or the narcissism is just like a part of them. It's not. The narcissist has consumed their entire personality, and the real self is not visible. Like, yes, it's there because they are human beings, so there must be some, you know, true self aspect in there, but it's just been completely shut out by their narcissism trauma. So the real self is not there. That's just something that we are doing in our malignant optimism to convince ourselves that there's hope for these people when there really isn't, because they are narcissists 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're not getting a glimpse of who they really are. It's just the elated narcissist and the depressed narcissist. And it may seem like they have different personalities when they're kind of going back and forth, but it's all the same narcissism framework of how they view the world. And also their personalities can change based on who they're around and like what type of supply they want. So that again can be kind of confusing, because we think we're seeing some other aspect of themselves, and we might think, oh, that's their real self when they're being funny, or that's their real self when they're being like more intellectual. But it's all just like different masks of the narcissism, and we really don't know who this person is. So hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching.